So today was a day. I went to an event called Black and Engaged with my friend Robert. And if you don't know, Robert is my segment co host for the show that I produce. I'm the executive producer, actually, for the Yes Show, Young, Entertaining, and Save. And he's my segment co host for He Say, She Say. He is currently planning an event down in Belgrade, Florida, because his nephew was killed, shot and killed by a police officer. And so I thought it would be a good place to go to see what ideas they had, to see what they're doing, to possibly implement it into his event. So we went that. We went, you guys, I'm so sorry. I just had a day because after going there, we decided to, we watched the presidential debate with Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. And then after that, we watched 13th, which is Ava DuVernay's new film. It's actually a documentary, and it was so good. It was so well put together. It was so heavy, so deep. It provided so much information. It inspired me to want to do more with the content I create and produce. I mean, I've already said I always wanted to influence people for the better. What she's doing, she's provoking thought with knowledge. She's giving facts. You guys, I'm so sorry I cannot talk. It was just so much and heavy on my heart because personally, when you see footage of what's happening to some of these people, it's just so much. And watching it, it just did so much to my just my mind, my heart. It's just like this is heavy. This is such a serious problem. And it's like, what is going to happen next? I mean, we see a lot of black people and brown people being killed, shot, tased, just aggressive force from these police officers. And it's all a plan. It's all a setup. If you have not seen 13th by Ava DuVernay, you have to see it. When I say that it did so much for me, like looking at the issues that I had with the short film I worked on, which is, and don't get me wrong, understand that the message for that is about, for young women that are struggling through abstinence and trying to do the right thing sexually. And I think that that's great, but then looking at her film, it was just hard hitting. It was edgy. It was true. And yes, what the other film I did, Dating and Waiting, that's a short film, it's just like, man, we need some more Ava DuVernays out there. We need some more stories like that. And I was part of a film. It was actually a documentary, and it's called Africans versus African Americans. And I was on one of the panels because it wasn't just a documentary, but we also had a debate, banter between African Americans and Africans, and it got heated. It's currently on iTunes. You guys could check it out. Africans versus African Americans. It's also bound. It's bound. Africans versus African Americans. So I want to do more things like that, and Robert and I were talking about when we go down to Belgrade, the things we'll be doing to enlighten, to educate, to empower the community. And it's hard. It's hard when you are enlightened, when you are conscious and you see what's around you. And what's even harder is seeing the people that aren't, and they just don't get it. Like looking at the film 13th, looking at y'all, it's just so good. So, and you're probably okay, well, what does this have to do with your acting, my producing or hosting? It has a lot to do with the producing part of me. You know, being more responsible in regards to race relations and trying to figure out ways to educate people. Like I found out AT&T and Verizon are still backing Alec and Alec. I mean, it's explained in the documentary. I don't want to get too much and give so much into it, but y'all, if y'all have not seen it, check it out on Netflix. If you're here in LA, they actually have showings in Santa Monica. But Ava, well done, my sister. Well done. Thank you. I appreciate it. It has enlightened something inside of me because even the short film that I just wrote that I plan on putting together, it's, you know, I was going to direct it because I remember my professor in college told me that I'm a natural director. He said my knack for research and understanding the environment of what's happening, as well as my blocking, you know, for theater. But I'm going to use that into the film realm. And yeah, so that short film, it's nothing so deep. It's actually funny regarding relationships, you know. And Ava, she did some, you know, not so deep stuff. Well, Middle of Nowhere, it still was dramatic. But like Selma, when we look at Selma, when we look at 13th, her new show that's out on Own Queen of Sugar, like, that's a great body of work. And I'm trying to get to that. So, yeah, that's all I can say, y'all. I got to get myself together. So I'm excited about what's to come and what I'll be doing. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.